Hi there, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Angela and today I'm going to share with you guys some of my fall sewing plans. If that sounds interesting, stick around. I feel like it's been quite a long minute since I've chatted with you guys, and it probably has been about 2 weeks. The biggest reason for that is that my family was on vacation for about a week and a half in within that 2 weeks. So I didn't do any recording, with the exception of I did do like an outfit of the day kind of thing, what I wore while I was on vacation, a lot of which were me mades. If you guys have followed my channel for a little while, then you know over the summer I was sewing up some things to take on our vacation. And it was so much fun to wear those. I'm going to share that with you guys, along with some pictures and a little bit of chat about how our vacation went. That'll probably be maybe next week. I just need to pull all those pictures together and kind of put something into something that makes a little bit more sense to share with you guys. But what I have had on my mind for a couple of weeks now is fall sewing. And I am kind of like hot and heavy in the middle of sewing for Project Dress a Girl. I'll link to my intro video for that up here somewhere, or in the description below, where I shared my plans for Project Dress a Girl. My official reveal video for my dresses will come out on next Friday. Pretty sure I'm getting my dates all mixed up. It'll be next Friday, the 27th, as part of Maddie's collection of sewing videos that she's putting together for this whole project. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, I'd love to share with you guys kind of what I have on my mind for fall sewing. That is, once I finish my Project Dress a Girl dresses. If you're ready, let's do it. So my approach for this fall sewing plan, I use the word plan kind of loosely because I've just got some general ideas in my mind. What I did was to pull out, I looked at my fabric stash and I pulled out any fabrics that I thought would be great for fall. I've got like a whole stack sitting right here, and I am kind of a slow sewist. I feel like I should change my channel name to the Slow Sewist, but that's okay. I get around to it eventually. So there's no way that I'm going to sew all of this up this fall, but I still love to dream, and part of the fun of sewing for me is planning, thinking ahead, dreaming. So what I'd like to do, the approach that I'm going to take, is just to show you the fabrics and kind of give a loose idea of what I have in mind for these fabrics. Some of these are very old, like back from the COVID days when I was binge buying fabric, being shut in, and needing a coping mechanism, which thankfully I cut that out a long time ago. But some of these are still fabrics lingering from those days, and I am still trying to sew through my stash, buying new fabrics, just very, very few and far between. So enough chatting. Let's look at the fabrics. This first one, I've got some notes in front of me on my computer, so if you see me looking here, it's just to let you know a little bit about the fabric, where I got it, things like that. So this first one is a chiffon, and I got this from stylishfabric.com about 3 years ago. It's been sitting there for a long time. I got 2 yards of it, and I haven't worked very frequently with chiffons. You can kind of see through the window light there that it is indeed a chiffon, but the colors are so gorgeous. And because I haven't sewn a lot with chiffons, I'm kind of up in the air about what to do with this. I want to get this made up because it's been sitting around here for quite a while. What would you guys suggest for 2 yards of this chiffon? And it is 60 inches wide. I was thinking maybe a topper or some kind of a wrap type thing. But I'm open to suggestions. I haven't picked any patterns out for this. It's black and gray, and it's got some browns, taupes, lighter grays, almost bordering on a blue gray. I thought these colors are gorgeous for fall and even into winter. So that is that one. I'm just going to toss these there. We'll take care of getting them up later. This next one I love. I found this at Joann's. I'm going to get the details on this. I keep my fabric purchases in like a database app on my computer, so I know what I have and it helps me to plan. And it also reminds me of how much I bought of a fabric and where I got it, how wide it is, what the care instructions are, and things like that. I know I've heard from many of you guys about different ways that you kind of inventory your fabric and pattern stash. There are so many ways to do it. I just use the database app on my computer that also has an app on the phone, so they sync together. This is a fabric, it's a jersey knit that I got from Joanne, and I just got this earlier this year, back in May. I got 3 yards of this, and this is so gorgeous. This, out of all my fall fabrics that I'm looking at for this fall, this might go to the top of the list. It's just so beautiful. This is definitely going to be a dress. If you guys could feel this, it feels like a brushed, like suede or brushed, but the description is just jersey knit, and it's polyester, 90 polyester, 10% spandex. Isn't that just gorgeous? It'll be a dress for sure. I haven't narrowed it down to any patterns yet. Just kind of like I mentioned, just wanted to start this whole process by looking at my fabrics and getting inspired by the fabrics. And next, this one we're going to come back to. It's not fall per se, but I think it might be a good like coordinating piece with some of these fall fabrics. So next we have, I'm kind of doing the prints first, the ones that just scream fall. Let's see. This one is a viscose knit. I got this from Marcy Tilton. I've ordered from Marcy Tilton. I got this in December of last year. I think I've just ordered from her shop once because it's kind of a little bit out of my price range for everyday sewing. This feels really good. It feels yeah, it feels nice. It's very slick. It is 96% viscose, 4% elastane, which I think is the same thing as spandex. So basically a rayon spandex knit. I've got 1.5 yards and it's 56 inches wide. And I'm thinking this won't be enough for a dress, but maybe a nice tunic type top or a skirt. I could see this being a skirt, and that leaves a lot of possibilities open for tops to go with it. There's some, as you guys can see, some ochre, brown. There's even there's different shades of brown. There's even very sporadically within here some grays. But overall, this reads warm to me, at least, in cream. Just pretty. So 1.5 yards. What would you guys do with this one? It's still open to possibilities for me. And next I've got a couple of animal print knits that I've also kind of like that chiffon, that first fabric. These have been sitting around in my stash for a long time, and I want to get these made up. And because they've been in my stash for a while, I've already kind of given some thought as to what, I might do with them. But let me get the deets on this one. So this one is I got this at fabric.com. So that tells you this was from April of 2020. So this was like right after lockdown started. This is definitely a COVID era fabric for me. And it is 96% polyester, 4% spandex, and it definitely feels slicker, kind of like legging material. And I kind of was thinking, I got 1.5 yards, 59 inches wide. I almost am thinking of making leggings with this one. What do you guys think? It could make maybe like a jersey cardigan even that would go with a lot, or a skirt, or some kind of a top. The possibilities are really endless with this, but there is just 1.5 yards, so it will not become a dress. I'll hold it in a little closer for you guys. Kind of like that last one we looked at. There's shades of brown, black, gray, even taupe. Kind of runs the gamut, and so that leaves it open to so many possibilities and a lot of options for things I could wear with it. The only leggings I've ever made were pajama leggings that I copied from a store-bought pair that I loved a lot. I love the fit. So I cut them apart once they were so like worn out that it was either do something with them to remake them or throw them in the trash because I wore the heck of them. So I cut them apart and used them as pattern pieces, and I've made a couple of pajama leggings, which I think that I could do that with this too, or maybe I'll try like an actual pattern for leggings since I've never really done leggings to wear out in public before. Anyway, what would you guys do with this? Let me know in the comments. There's going to be a lot of fabrics. You guys are probably, if I'm having trouble keeping all these straight, you guys might too. So what I'm probably going to do in the description is just list them in the order that we are looking at them. I'll just list them, what describe each one, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. That might make it a little easier for you if you felt inclined to make pattern suggestions, which I would appreciate. The next two I'm going to hold aside. They're just jersey knits, but they're in fall-ish colors, browns and taupes. Those are not the fun fabrics. Those will be coordinating, like if I make leggings out of that last one, maybe a top out of one of these. My next one is also an animal print. And this one I've also had for quite a while. I also got this one in April of 2020. This is a poly spandex 60-inch wide jersey. It's very similar in feel and content to that last animal print. It's just a different print. I also got it from a different place. I got this one from Nancy Nix Rice. I will link her shop below. She is not predominantly a fabric shop. The way I got tuned into her was when I was kind of getting into like color analysis and things like that. She is really big into color analysis, and she's written books on it, and stylish, how to put clothes together stylishly. So that's primarily why I started following her. But she also does sell some fabric and a little bit of jewelry on her website. I'll link her below. So again, this one has blacks, grays, browns, taupes, kind of what you might expect for an animal print fabric. Unlike that other one, this one has a definite like stripe sort of pattern to it instead of just being like random spots of different animal prints. It definitely leans towards stripes. So I've got 2 yards. So this could be a dress, and I think maybe I will look at a dress for that one. What would you guys do with this? The next, I've got a couple more. These are like shirting materials, cream color and kind of a taupe color that would just be used to make tops to go with if I make a skirt or pants with these other ones. Next I have, this will be the last one other than these solid colors, which I'll cover those real quickly, but the prints are the most fun. This one is the newest out of this bunch. I got this just in April of this year from sewingstudio.com. It's a linen and it's called Maroon Floral. And I have to say, I got, I'll get back to that, 2.5 yards of 59-inch. So I could do a dress with this, and that's probably what I will do. This is it's a decently heavyweight linen. It's got some weight to it. So I think it would be great for a dress. And when I first received this, it was really stiff and I thought that it felt like a canvas almost, or a duck cloth. And I was a little bit concerned about, can I make clothing with this piece of fabric? I went to the listing on the website there at sewingstudio.com, and they did mention that it softens up, that it is pretty stiff, or I forget exactly how they described it, but they kind of explained what I was seeing, and that it was like very crisp at first, but give it a wash and it'll soften up, which it did. Now it has like a more, I wouldn't call it drapey, but it has a softer hand to it. Beautiful colors. This one probably out of all the ones that we've looked at, is the most vibrant. And that's mainly, I think, due to this kind of a like a rusty red color. Yeah, I guess I would call that like a rusty red. And this one has some like olive green in it, very pretty. And this will probably be a dress since I do have 2.5 yards. If you guys have specific patterns or ideas for dresses that you think this linen would look good with, let me know. Would love to know. So that's it, except for these solids. And I've got 5 solids here. And it is going to feel so good to finally start chunking through these fabrics and get my stash down a little bit. I mean, my stash is manageable. I'm not over. I've got what I kind of have in place is one of those IKEA cubby systems, and that is it's like self-regulating. When the cubbies are full, I just simply don't buy any new fabric, but they are full, and I want to start sewing some of this down. And I don't imagine that I'll be trying to replenish or restock the cubbies anytime soon. I just want to get some of these beautiful fabrics made up into clothes that I can wear. So these two, unless you guys have specific questions about these, I probably won't get into how much and where I got them and things like that. Just basics. These two are shirting weights, and they'll probably be some type of like a button down or something like that. And these next two are both jersey knits. They feel cottony, so probably some kind of a cotton spandex blend. I mean, I do have them in my database, but I'm not that curious right now unless you guys want to know. They just feel like cotton jersey knits. I have a darker brown and a taupe or lighter brown here. These will make nice pairings with any of those animal prints, I think. And then my last one here, this is a fabric that I love so much, and I tried to use it this summer for a hooded cardigan that I made, and I didn't have enough, so I didn't cut into it. I'm going to save it, and it's really textury, and it's got some weight to it. I love this fabric so much, and I think I got the last bit of it because you can see where it's seamed right there. So that kind of puts a damper on what I can do with this. Let me see if I can. I got this from Stone Mountain and Daughter a couple of years ago, 1.5 yards. But, with that right there, that hampers what I can do with this. It's 56 inches wide. It's rayon, and the way that they build this, they call it a textured rayon challis. If they still had this, I would probably buy a bunch more. It just feels so nice, and I'm still not sure what I want to make out of it. I feel like it needs to be some kind of a topper just because of the weight that it has to it. And maybe I could do a long sleeved cardigan without the hood, and maybe I could do that. I'm just not sure with that right there, where I got the last bit of it. That really puts a damper on things. I might get creative and kind of Tetris some pieces in and maybe be able to do something with it. If nothing else, I could do like a sleeveless tunic type top with it. I love this so much. I'm kind of saving it to make just the right thing out of. So that is what I'm thinking about for fall. There's no way in the world I'm going to get all these made up, but I'm going to pick and choose based on maybe either a combination of the fabrics that I think are the most beautiful and just want a garment out of that fabric, or that have just been sitting in my stash for too long. I need to kind of keep it moving and turn those fabrics over. So, like I said before, I will list these below. If you guys have any specific suggestions or ideas, I would love to hear about it. Please do leave a comment. It's good to be back. And I hope that you'll come back on Monday for another round of Monday matchup. These have been so much fun. The little game that I play with you guys every Monday, or that we play together, where you can go check that out. It's the short form videos. They come out every Monday morning. And other than that, a week from today, next Friday, will be my official Project Dress a Girl 2024 video. And then sometime in between there, or maybe after the Project Dress a Girl video, I'm going to share with you guys how my vacation went and show you some of the outfits that I made. If I don't end up doing a video about that, I will definitely post the outfits over on Instagram. I'm kind of a little bit lackadaisical about posting on Instagram. I love Instagram. It's my favorite of the social media platforms. I can't seem to keep up with it. Just there's so much going on, but I always like strive to do better. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend ahead. Let me know what you're going to be working on this weekend. Let me know how your vacation went if you got to take one this year. We typically, our family, we don't vacation every year. It's usually about every 2 or 3 or even 4 years. And the last time that we took like what I would call like a long, decent vacation somewhere other than a long weekend in a town maybe 2 hours away was 2021. So it's been a little while. We had a great time. I'll definitely keep you guys, I'll give you like a recap of how that went with some pictures and things. So I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.